Hey everybody, thanks for being here. We're going to not take a bunch of your time. We're going to spend about 15 minutes together, and we promise that we'll make it a worthwhile 15 minutes. We appreciate the gift of time, and you are giving us some of your time, and we want to honor said time, right? I think that's super important. I would love for you to drop in the comments. There's a little chat, or not in the comments, in the chat where you're calling in from, because it's fun. I'm actually in Oregon. So I know one other person here is from Oregon, but we'd love to hear for where you're tuning in from. Um, so my name is Michelle Rose, Florida. Oh, Kara. Kara wants to move there. My name is Michelle Rose, and I'm going to share a snippet of my story here with you guys tonight. I started on my really in-depth health journey 8 years ago. When I say in-depth, I am one of those people where I have always been on a health journey. Even when I was little, I was the kid that would walk around like eating my carrot sticks, like I'm so healthy. I've been an athlete my entire life. I was a collegiate athlete. I went to school and I studied exercise science and nutrition and coaching. So when I say like it's been my life, it really truly has been my life. However, I woke up 8 years ago and I was like, this what I'm living is not okay, because I'm not living. I am barely making it from one day to the next. I'm absolutely miserable. Okay. I was a brand new mom, and this was not because I became a mom. I was diagnosed with an autoimmune disorder when I was in high school, and I had a lot of other health issues that just kept getting worse and worse and worse and worse as the years went by. And I feel like becoming a mom was my wake up to how bad it was, because I also was not sleeping because I was a brand new mom and my baby didn't like to sleep. And was just going through a lot of those life pieces of the puzzle. I no longer was able to just grit through the day. That wasn't an option anymore. I couldn't. I was stuck on the couch and I was unhappy with where my life was. I I was anxious about the thought of leaving the house. I was addicted to carbs and sugars. Like it was all I thought about. I would like, okay, cool, dinner. But what's for dessert? That's what we're really here for, right? All I care about is dessert. And I have eaten half cartons of ice cream multiple, and I'm not talking like the cute little pints. I'm talking the whole dang thing. I've eaten half of one of those in a sitting. It's been a long time. I mentioned my autoimmune disorder. So it is a digestion disorder. So I have dealt with every digestion thing that you could think of. Give me it, and I'm like, yep, been there. It's not fun. And if you've ever experienced digestion issues, you know that that's not fun. It's really horrific and it's not a way to live. And so I was in a flare, a real bad flare after I had my daughter. And so I really just looked around my life and was crying myself to sleep, praying to God, like, how do I get out of this space? How can I sleep through the night? How can I wake up feeling rested? How can I just feel decent? Not even great, just okay. How do I do that? And I had spent my life dealing with Western medicine, and this is not a knock on it necessarily. I just it wasn't supporting my life anymore. I looked at it and I realized that I was just getting sicker and sicker, and they were just giving me more meds and more meds. And that wasn't that's I was on 10 meds and I didn't want to be on any. And so I really started honing into what could make me feel better. And I started learning about gut health. And at the same time, this was God. I started learning about gut health. I started learning about this incredible company, Plexus, and their supplements that support gut health. And everything just made sense. And so I was behind the scenes trying to do all this on my own, not seeing a whole lot of results. And this kept popping up. And I was like, okay, what I'm doing, I'm not seeing results with. Nothing seems to work. Literally nothing seems to work anymore. Why not give this a try? And I will tell you, for the first time in my life, a supplement made a difference in my life. I started to feel better. And it was small amounts better, but over time, I knew those small amounts were going to add up. And I had hope that I could actually feel good at some point. Like, not just okay, like good. And here I am. I told you I started 8 years ago, right? 8 years later, and it has changed everything. Literally everything. Everything about our lives has completely 180 from what it was 8 years ago. I feel incredible. I get to spend my days loving on my family. We became a homeschooling family. We became like a homesteading family. Like, my husband walked away from his career a year and a half ago. Like, everything about our lives have changed. We are happy. We are thriving. I have the healthiest kids. My husband doesn't spend his days napping on the couch anymore because he's not exhausted all the time. We are 100% a different family. And it is because this company walked into our lives when we needed it the most. So that's my quick little snippet. I'm going to turn it over to Kara, and she's going to share her story with you guys.
Hello, everybody. Jerry and Mary. Thank you guys. Ray, I think you may be Sam's friend, but hello. Thank you for joining. I'm Kara. I I had been opposite of Michelle. I was not a health nut growing up by any means. Um, yes, you are. Okay, perfect. I grew up actually being a guinea pig for Big Pharma. I suffered from migraines. I have hyperthyroidism, which it's actually opposite for many people. My thyroid is overactive, so I'm very hyper and fidgety and cannot gain weight to save my life. And I'm always, always, always hungry. And then on top of that, having migraines and just suffering from anemia, low iron is super fun. You're cold all the time, even if it's hot, and you bruise like a peach. That's not fun at all. So then growing up, I was just doctor after doctor and script after script. And oh, here's the latest and greatest. Let's try this now. And nothing ever worked, but I started getting all these other side effects. And so they're like, finally, somebody suggested antidepressants for my migraines because it somehow blocks blood vessels for whatever, whatever. And I'm like, that's like a serious thing because that's addictive and hard to come off of. So that would alter how I am with my kids, with my family, with my whole life. And I don't want that because I've seen other people on antidepressants and I'm like, not for me. No, thanks. So I completely walked away from Big Pharma and I started looking into more holistic ways to heal and natural ways to heal. And I started taking some CBD that helped a little bit, but I was still getting migraines every single month. And then I started getting hormonal cysts in my breasts every single month to pair with my migraines. So I was feeling like crap. I had absolutely no energy when I would get home from work. And I have a small farm to take care of, and two children, and a husband. And there's no time for me to be tired when I get home after working overtime every single week. So I I started researching because I met Michelle. I started researching these supplements and other supplements and other companies. And I was like, well, these testimonies and these ingredients are just so much different. And so, and then the longevity of the company itself and being rated #1 in gut health for 16 years, I was like, okay, fine. Okay. All right. I'm going to give it a try. I went to the doctor first to get, OBGYN to get these girls checked. And so sorry, Jerry. And so I was actually told that, oh, that's normal. If it hurts, that's fine. That's good news. So if it stops hurting and then you still feel the lump, then that's when you need to be concerned. What? I'm sorry. You just told me that painful lumps in my breasts every month are normal and I should be happy that they hurt. Hold on a second. Okay. So I'm just done. I'm done with doctors at this point, unless like I have to, unless I'm dying, I'm done with doctors. So I started these supplements. I think it's been close to 5 months now. I have not had one cyst. I have not had one migraine. I have gained like 10 pounds, which is, I'm sorry, but I had salmonella in October and I lost like 15 pounds and I had not been able to gain it back since. So I was like teetering around 105 and now I'm 120. So that's amazing. Gaining weight for somebody with hyperthyroidism is huge. And I'm not starving all day long. Like I can eat, well actually I have a protein shake for breakfast and then I eat lunch and I eat dinner, but I mean I eat big meals, but I don't have to snack in between. I don't have to like my stomach, you know when you go out for sushi and then you're hungry and an hour later, that's me all day long. So I don't have that anymore. I have plenty of energy when I get home. My mood, I guess, apparently is super, and everybody keeps pointing it out. They're like, "How are you so happy all the time? Why are you so happy? You're at work and you have the hardest job here, and you're the smallest person here. So how are you so happy?" I don't know. It's me. So that's my story. And then on top of how I feel on the products, I had been in network marketing before for about 5 years, and I've been with this company for 5 months now, and I am pretty close to making what I made in 5 years already. So, and I put in the same amount of work. So that's something else that's kind of huge for me because I wouldn't have been able to do back to school shopping for my kids if I didn't have this paycheck. I'm kind of excited for where Christmas is going to be because I needed it. Like this economy is not great.
Your kids are going to have a Christmas.
Yes, they are.
That's huge. In this economy, that's big.
Right.
Okay, so I'm going to cover a couple of our products, like super quick, highlight them, and the base of it. Okay. And I'm going to Vanna White because I like to Vanna White. So most health issues can be tied back to imbalances in the gut, hormones, blood sugar, and too much inflammation. And Plexus addresses those. So we're going to talk a little bit about gut health. It's more than just pooping. We talk about poop a lot, but your poop is actually like a direct sign to what's happening in your body, but also so is your skin. If you have skin issues, it's a direct reflection of what's going on in your gut. It affects your mood, your weight, your sleep, your hormone production, your vitamin production, your immunity, how you feel, and also obviously like tummy trouble, serious gut issues are on the rise, and the root of good health is in the gut. Okay, so Plexus has combined the best of science with the wisdom and simplicity in what we call the triplex system. So it's 3 products. Here's my Vanna White moment for you. We have 3 products, and they help address blood sugar, gut health, inflammation in the easiest, like the most simplistic and effective way that I have ever found. Okay. So this cute little guy, we call it our pink drink. Real men drink pink, very, just so you know, Jerry, just FYI. My husband loves it. You just take this little stick, you rip it open, mix it in water, drink it, and that's it. Okay. So that is one the product. And then we have a couple capsules where you will take those at bedtime. So the capsules, we call them like salt and pepper, is kind of a way to, a cute way to, they're like husband and wife, salt and pepper, right? What they do is they come in, and one is a probiotic. So it's bringing, a lot of people know about probiotics, right? It is more than your general probiotic, though. It's bringing that healthy bacteria in to help restore balance. But here's the big kicker. If you have a lot of unwanted things inside your digestive system, which most of us have, we're supposed to be 80-20. We're like 80-20 the wrong direction. We need to be 80-20 this way and we're this way. We need to help weed out all of that stuff inside of us, all those toxins, all that excess yeast and fungus, all of that needs to go bye-bye. before that bacteria is actually going to be able to come in and do its job. Okay. So that's what this probiotic does. It helps break all of that down, break that stuff down we don't want inside of us. And then the other product comes in and it helps remove it from our system. So we're breaking it down and then we are removing it. Okay. If you don't, if I, this is such an easy way for this to make sense in my head. Our bowel movements is it's waste. It is literally waste. We don't want it inside our body. So we need to make sure that that is removing all of that toxic waste in us. That's what bowel movements are. Okay. And so that's what this helps do. So we're coming in, we're supporting our healthy blood sugar levels, hormone levels, gut health, bringing down inflammation. And that is literally the whole picture of how you are happier. You have more energy. You're sleeping better. Your hair is thick and long and growing like crazy. Both Kara and I can attest to that. Mine is like down to my butt, you guys. I used to have chronic hair loss. Okay. Jerry needs some more hair. Jerry totally needs some more hair over there. Okay, so this is our base system. We have additional products. We have 30 plus products. This is the base of what everyone uses to support that healthy body. Okay, if we don't have the gut in the right place, nothing else is going to work properly. And so this is what your base system is going to look like. If you have additional goals for energy, mood, weight, anything, we can help with that. Immune system, we can absolutely bring some other options in there, but this is what your base is going to look like. Okay, something else. So Kara touched base on the fact that she's been with other companies and wasn't making crap. Just gonna be totally honest there. I touched base on the fact that my husband left his job. He didn't just like leave his job and left us like out for nothing. He left his job because of my business here. This is my full-time job while I get to live life and raise my family. Okay. And so we are free of all the different systems of life. And the beauty is you can work this however you want. I first started and I was like, I have to figure out how we're going to pay for our groceries because we are living credit card bill to credit card bill right now. That's legit how life was. We were so tight that paycheck to paycheck was my dream. Okay. So my first goal was I'm going to cover our groceries. I'm going to make a couple $100 to cover groceries. I got this. And then after I did that, I was like, cool. What about our mortgage payment? What if I could take that stress off? So then I started covering our mortgage payment. Then I started making a full-time income. Then I started making six figures. So I built this up over time where I was running another business, coaching collegiate athletes, all different kinds of things, raising my little children over here. Vanna White. Okay, so you can do this however you want. When you place your order, hold on, baby girl, you will have a referral link. Okay, so when you get started, you get a referral link. You can use said referral link to share with your friends and help them get started on the journey with you. I'm going to tell you this is huge. I love math. I love numbers. I love stats. The stat here of why this is huge is first, if you start by yourself, you have a 50% chance of success. Are you going to order these products and have a 50% chance of seeing the results you want? That doesn't make sense to me. Hold on, I'm almost done. Okay. Yeah.
When I stopped in my pool, I almost went to this.
Oh, you're so funny. I gotta help. Okay.
No, hold on. I need you to untie this.
I will. Okay. Okay. The next stat that you need to know, if you grab a buddy to do this with you, you have a 90% chance of being successful. That alone, like it's the accountability system. We all, like I was a personal trainer for 10 years. My clients literally paid me to stand there and tell them what to do. And they said, I'm not going to show up at the gym and work out if you weren't here. That's it. Okay. It's the buddy system. Okay. So that's super important. So that alone is why we want to get started. The other stat that I do not like at all, and I'm sure everyone has a little like, when they hear it, it costs an extra $11,000 for the average family to live this year like they did 4 years ago. Did you get $1,000 raise a month this year? I think everyone was kind of tracking the other direction. So this can help fill in some of those gaps that a lot of us are experiencing right now. Like, heck, I went to the grocery store and I'm like, oh, the garbage chicken eggs are $5 a dozen now. apparently we need to start thinking about how we're going to get our protein source. So we have a lot of different options here to help support you, whether your goals are financial or health or both. We can cover both the different aspects. So because you jumped on here, spent some time with us, we want to give you a little thank you present. If you connect with who invited you, if it was Kara or Sam, I know Sam invited you, Ray. We are going to extend an additional $10 savings to you this on your first order. You're already going to have a $10 coupon code that we're going to apply, which you're going to save $10 this month and $10 on your order in September. And then we're going to give you an extra little $10. So it'd be a $20 savings on your first order, and then your $10 savings in September. And I'm going to tell you real quick, if you're like, how much does the stinking cost? This system right here is $124. Okay. So that gives you a base of what we're looking at. We also have, if you're like, I do not like capsules, we have a drink combo right now that's on a really big sale right now, where you can get 3 different drinks that are going to help support extra support with your energy, mental clarity, focus. If you work out, it can be a pre and post workout system as well. You'll get that drink, and then also our electrolyte drink, which is really good going into school coming back in 6th season. Having a hydration product on hand is really important, because one of the number one reasons people go to the doctor is because they're actually dehydrated. So making sure you have hydration on hand for any kind of sickness, that can also help boost your immune system so you don't get sick as well. So you can get those 3 products. And actually with that extra savings, it would be $124 for that system as well. So those are 2 different options that you can get started with. The person that invited you can help make sure you're set on what makes the most sense. I'm going to open it up real quick. Does anybody have some questions for either Kara or I before we let you guys go? Nope. Okay, great. Thank you guys. We appreciate you so much for being here. If you want to learn any more about the products too, we are just about to host an event on Facebook Messenger where we're going to talk a little, there's going to be a couple more testimonies on there. There's more product information as well, a little more nitty gritty. So you can also pop into there. Just once again, message your friend and say, hey, I'd love to be in that that second event, and we can get you plugged into there as well. Okay. Thank you guys so much for your time. We super appreciate you.